Assalamualaikum to Dr. Marina. My name is Muhammad Arif Hamid, followed by my group member Ashwini, Nalini, and Turuka. So we'll be presenting the 7 criteria of sexuality found in the article titled For Climate Story that will be defined in 2024.
Here is an outline of what we will be covering in this presentation. The first part is introduction. In this part, we will start by explaining the concept of the 7 textualities and their role in analyzing a text's communicative effectiveness. The second part is analysis and findings. This is the main section of our presentation. In this part, we will break down each of the 7 textualities. For each one, we will provide an example from the article, analyze it, and explain how it meets the criteria. The third part is conclusion. In this part, we will summarize how the article satisfies all 7 textualities and its overall impact in communicating its message effectively. And the last part is references. In this section, we will wrap up by acknowledging the sources that guided our analysis. So this is just the overview of our presentation. So let's begin with the introduction.
So moving on to the introduction. The article highlights 4 key climate narratives for 2024, which is worsening climate impact, the urgency for adaptation, industrial decarbonization, and also equitable energy transition. Textuality refers to the attribution of a text that gives it meaning, emphasizing its structure, coherence, and connection with other texts and cultural contexts. It also highlights how meaning are created through independence with other works. It is by Allen, 2011. So the first textuality is cohesion. Cohesion refers to the grammatical and lexical linking that helps sentences and paragraphs flow smoothly, ensuring clarity and connection between ideas. So, for example, from the article, the word and now are used as cohesion to link the lexical linking and sentences and ideas so that the paragraph flows smoothly and ensuring clarity. So, as we can see, the good news is that the clean energy revolution is already well underway and gathering momentum. Almost everywhere, and wind and the word and is a linker, and solar power are now cheaper than fossil fuels. The global share of wind and solar in electricity generation has been growing at an average rate of 14%, and that's set to increase in the coming year. So the analysis is in this paragraph. Cohesion is achieved through the use of connecting words like and now, linking ideas about the progress of clean energy and the benefit of the renewable sources. So I'll be passing to the next presenter.
Let's move into the criteria of textuality, which is coherence. Coherence refers to the logical and meaningful organization of ideas within a text. It ensures that readers and listeners can easily understand the flow and connection between ideas throughout the entire text. In the text we analyze, coherence is evident in subheadings such as the first one, climate. Will politics align with 1.5 degrees Celsius? Second, food. Will we feed more people more sustainably? Third, energy. Will the grid catch up with clean energy? And the last one, extreme aid. How will cities and countries protect the most vulnerable? These subheadings each focus on distinct yet interconnected aspects of climate issues. These subheadings brings coherence by dividing the broad issues of climate change into manageable sections like climate politics, food system, energy, and heat impacts. This thematic organization help readers to understand how various sectors are interrelated or interconnected in addressing the challenges and solutions to climate change. By organizing the text into focused subtopics, the author guides the readers through a structured discussion. Each section provides a specific insights while contribute to the overarching theme, allowing the readers to grasp the complexity of the issue in a clear and systematic way. In short, Coherence is what transforms a collection of ideas into unified and impactful text, ensuring that readers stay engaged and informed throughout the discussion or throughout the whole text that they read. The next criteria of textuality that we like to discuss is intentionality. Intentionality refers to the goal in writer's mind. It is what the writers aim to achieve and the kind of reaction of acceptance they wish to get from their audience. In a simple way, we can say that this is all about understanding the purpose behind a text and what the writers want to communicate and the response they hope from their readers or their audience. For example, this is the one of the statement from the text we analyze. The United Nations First Global Stocktake uh, report shows us that to hold warming to what scientists consider safe levels, we must reduce global greenhouse gas emissions by 43% by 2030. This example provide a clear scientific benchmark. By including the United Nations Global Stocktake Report, which is considered credible source into the text, make the argument and discussion strengthen and highlights the urgency and addressing climate change among the readers. The writer use scientific facts and scientific analysis to educate and motivate the readers to show that how important the issue is. To summarize, intentionality ensure that text is just not for informative but also purposeful and impactful message for its audience.
Greetings everyone, I'm Nalini Parthiban and I'm going to move forward with the fourth and fifth textuality criteria, which are acceptability and informativity. So let's look at what exactly is acceptability. So acceptability refers to the reader's recognition that a text is cohesive, coherent, and relevant. It involves the audience's willingness to engage with the text because it has one, purpose, or usefulness. So, by this, what I mean is the text should be perceived as having a clear intent, such as acquiring knowledge, entertainment, or collaboration. The second one would be its relevance. So, the reader determines whether the text aligns with their expectations or meet their needs. Let's look at the example from the article. We can see it from the section discussing about global elections and their impact on climate policies. And this highlights the importance of electing leaders who prioritize environmental action. So the statement said, in 2024, billions of voters will elect leaders making decisions in the middle of a climate crisis. So, what we could analyze from this is this content is acceptable because it resonates with the target audience, which are citizens and policymakers concerned about climate issues. So, the relevance also could be seen and is heightened by linking elections directly to actionable climate strategies, ensuring the audience perceives the content as meaningful and purposeful. Moreover, readers are also likely to find this section cohesive and coherent due to its direct application to real world events, such as elections shaping climate outcomes. Now let's move on to our fifth criteria of textuality, which is informativity. So let's look at the definition of informativity. Informativity concerns the degree to which a text presents new or unexpected information to the reader. The first one is new versus known information. So, what is new versus known information is a text with higher informativity introduces unfamiliar concepts or facts, while lower informativity reiterates what the reader already knows. And the second one is expected versus unexpected occurrences. So, for this, texts can surprise or intrigue readers by presenting less predictable content, keeping them engaged. For instance, a science discovery article may have high informativity because It offers fresh insights, while a recap of common knowledge will have low informativity. Let's look at the example from the article. The article provides data on greenhouse gas reductions required to combat climate change. And the statement here is we must reduce global greenhouse gas emissions by 43% by 2030. But countries' current plans will reduce emissions by just 8%. So, what we can analyze from this is highly informative because it shows expected and actual outcomes, presenting critical and unexpected data. It introduces new insights for readers who may not have been aware of the gap between targets and policies. So, by offering precise statistics and projections, the text effectively informs the audience, elevating its value as a source of knowledge. And this contrast of known versus unknown information keeps the reader engaged and underscores the urgency of the climate crisis. Thank you.
Good morning, Doctor. Let's begin by looking at the situationality. Situationality reflects how relevant a text is within its context and timing. It ensures that the text aligns with the current situations, making it meaningful for the audience. An example from the text article reads is in 2024, a year where countries representing more than half the global population will hold elections leader must will hold election results must make bold choices that benefit not just the climate but people, nature too. This statement actually highlights the importance of 2024 as a pivotal year for global climate action. It specifically points to election in major nations like the United States, India, and Indonesia, where the decisions will be significantly impact both the environment and society. By emphasizing this critical moment, the article established its relevance. It connects the immediacy of political events to the urgency of climate conclusions decisions. This makes the text meaningful to global readers and voters alike, encouraging immediately action during this crucial year. Next will be the intertextuality. Now let's move on to the intertextuality. Intertextuality refers to how a text builds upon or reference other texts, frameworks, or ideas to enhance its meanings and authority. The article provides an excellent example, actually, of this, which is at COP28, 159 nations endorsed the historic Emirates Declaration on Sustainable Agriculture, agreeing for the first time to integrate sustainable food system into their national climate plans by 2025. This reference to the COP28 summit and the Emirates declarations connects the article to establish international agreements. It is not only builds credibility but also deepens the context, showing how these commitments are shaping global climate actions. By actually aligning itself with such a widely recognized framework, this article reinforces its authority and situates its narrative within a broader and collaborative global effort. Actually, this enhances its persuasive impact, encouraging readers to recognize the importance of the collective actions for meaningful changes. With this kind of examples of situationality and intertextuality, we can see that how the article effectively communicates its messages, making it both timely and authoritatively. Now, let's move on to the conclusion. To wrap up the article, effectively meets all the seven criteria of textuality, making it impactful and engaging. Here are the highlights, which is cohesion and coherence. The article has a logical flow and clear organizations, which make it easy to follow. And second one is intentionality and accessibility. Its persuasive tone and credibility reference ensure it resonates with the audience and build the trust. Next one is informativity. The article blends a familiar climate issue with the fresh insights, keeping the content both engaging and educational. The next one is situationality. It is timely and contextually relevant, addressing the critical events like the 2024 election and the COP28 outcomes. And lastly is intertextuality. By connecting to the past reports, policies, and the global agreement, it is strengthened its message and credibility in it. And my final thought for this article is the article not only raises awareness but also motivates readers to act on the climate issues. It actually demonstrates the power of effective communication in driving meaningful changes, ensuring relevance and engagement with its audience. Thank you. To conclude, here are the references we used for our analysis. Thank you. Finally, to make it easier to access our video presentation, here's a YouTube link. Thank you, Doctor, for your time and attention. We hope you find our analysis insightful. Thank you.